Kids are heading back to class, mostly online, but they're facing another obstacle, and it's not a virus. Reports tonight of cyber hackers invading. It's called Zoom bombing. They're intruding on virtual classes, meetings, and more. Tonight, Only News 4 is learning it's happening in St. Louis. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve Savard.
I'm Samantha Jones. These Zoom bombing attacks vary. Some bring pornographic content, other times it's racial slurs, and we know of one in the Parkway School District.
News 4's ASHLI Lincoln is digging into that story. ASHLI, you've talked to one of the impacted students' families. They say the attack seems targeted.
That's right, Steve. I can tell our viewers tonight that this family tells us this because their child was the only black child in that Zoom session when that individual started to repeat the N-word over and over again. Tonight, the district is telling us that they have changed the way, or they're putting in parameters to make sure how students learn over Zoom is protected from these hackers.
I'm feeling attacked. I'm feeling like my family's being attacked.
A repeated racial slur.
He just blurts out the N-word repeatedly, like aggressively saying it over and over again.
Leaving LaTiffiany Carter and her family feeling violated all over again.
It just seems so coincidental.
Like, I was very surprised. It was kind of like a wow moment.
She says last Friday her freshman daughter was participating in Parkway South High School's virtual freshman orientation when all of a sudden a Zoom participant started blurting out the N-word.
Everyone was like surprised from what he said.
I just know that she was the only African American in this particular orientation Zoom group.
Carter says she feels like her child was targeted because 2 weeks ago they made headlines after she says her family was profiled by Manchester police for shoplifting.
We are doing nothing wrong. It just seemed premeditated to me.
But the Parkway School District sees it differently. They say this particular Zoom meeting received what's called a Zoom bomb. IT professionals say this occurs when a person hacks into Zoom meetings to create havoc. There have been instances of this occurring in school districts within the St. Louis area and across the country.
It's just not acceptable, especially in an institute, in a school setting.
The principal at Parkway South sent parents this letter stating the intruder was a teenage hacker living in another state. The district says of their 6,700 Zoom meetings conducted so far this year, this is their first cyber hack. Since this incident, the district has sent a list of steps for teachers to take to prevent another hacker from getting in.
I don't want to happen to like anybody else, so I hope they make some changes.
And Carter also tells us that this intruder was actually participating in the exercises, and they believe he was able to fly under the radar of the instructor until this incident happened. Now, the district also tells us that they have handed this case over to the Manchester Police Department, who are also investigating. Reporting live tonight, ASHLI Lincoln, News 4.